Then we can move to what? Y functions. We have already seen what a function is, how we are making functions, different type of functions. Okay, then we can move on to what? Y functions. Y functions, the answer is very simple. We can make our program very easy, very structured. Okay, and there are two features that makes function very important. Okay, first one is reusability, second one is readability. Okay, reusability and readability, we can easily remember it because both are starting with the letter R. Okay, reusability and readability. What do you mean by reusability? Reusability means reusing something without creating it, right? We'll have only one thing which can be used many number of times. Okay, for example, we can consider this whiteboard. Okay, at present I am using this whiteboard for computer science class. For your next period, suppose your maths teacher is coming. Okay, he is also using the same board, he is reusing the board, right? Another period, your physics teacher is coming, he or she is using the same board, he or she is also reusing the thing I have used. Okay, so this board is reusable, that's it. And what is the advantage of reusability? We can save effort because math teacher is not creating it again, so he has what? Save time and money, he is not purchasing a new. Okay, so that are the advantages of reusability. That is, we can save effort, time and money, of course money. Okay, and when we come to programming aspect, what is reusability? Yeah, we can save time because function will be created only once. Okay, in programming, in programmer's view, reusability means function will be defined only once, but we can use it many number of times. Okay, in terms of calling from any part of the program, we are coming to it. Okay, and reusability in computer programming means the existing code can be reused without creating it again. So we can save effort, time and money. Of course, we are saving what? Effort, because we are not recording it. We are just by saving effort, we can save time. And of course, saving time means time is money. Okay, that is what reusability is. Okay, then readability. What is readability? It offers readable. What? Reading flexibility. Okay, that is what readability is. Hope it is readable, meaning you can easily read it. If you easily read it, you will get it understanding easily, right? You can understand things easily, and in programming aspect you can debug easily. Okay, that is what readability is. So when we write programs using function, it will be very readable and of course flexible also. Okay, these are the two features that makes function unique. Okay, that is why we are using functions in our programs. Okay, we can't imagine any program without having functions. So everything is function oriented. Okay, so this is all about the first topic, why functions. Hope you understand it. Let's have a quick revision on what we have learned so far. Okay, we have started with what is a function. A function is a set of statements to perform a particular task or a specific task. We can categorize functions into three: built-in, modules and user-defined. Built-in means another term, predefined and or library functions, which are functions which are already defined in Python standard library. Okay, then modules, we'll discuss it. Then user-defined function, that is our main focus. Okay, on today's session. And user-defined function, we are defining the function. User is defining the function because there won't be any function available in library for what we are going to do. Okay, so we have to define our own functions. And then we have seen how we solve problems. Okay, in +1 we have done smaller problems, and when it comes to bigger one, we are following divide and conquer method. That's called, the process is called modularity, dividing a problem into subproblem until we are in a stage where each of the problem can be easily solved. Okay, and each of the subproblems are also termed as modules, procedures, subprograms, method, okay, are some of the terms. Okay, then why functions? Why we are using functions in our programs? Because it offers reusability and readability. Okay, reusability means existing code can be reused without coding it again. We are saving effort, time and money. Okay, then readability. Readability means it offers high readability, so it will be very easy for us to understand things. If if it is very easy for understanding, it will be very easy for us to debug also. Okay, so that's all about the first topic, why functions. Then we can move on to the second topic, defining functions. We are talking about user defined functions. Okay, we have two components for a user defined function. The first is function definition. Second component is function calling. Another term is function invoking. Okay, there are two components for a user defined function. First component is function definition. Second component is function calling. We can discuss the first, function definition. Okay, we can discuss function definition first. Function means function definition. Okay, the most important component is function definition because we have to define it. Okay, so the syntax of defining a function is function definition starts with the keyword def, okay, followed by function name. Then in parenthesis we have parameter list. Then it's ending with colon. Okay, you can see colon. Then here we have document string in triple quotes. Okay. Then we can have statements. Statement or statements. Statements or statements. It's about very simple. Okay. Yeah. So this way we can define a function. Okay. This is the first component, function definition. Okay. We can explain one by one. Function definition starts with the keyword def. Okay. Def can be considered as a statement or a keyword. Of course, it's a keyword, and function definition always starts with the keyword def. Okay. Then followed by function name. What's a function name? It's just like what? Naming a variable. Okay. How we are naming a variable? We have to follow some rules. Okay. Naming conventions. The same way, function name also follow the what? Normal naming conventions of variables or identifiers. Okay. Then in parenthesis we have parameter list. Okay. What are parameters? Another terminology for parameters is arguments. Okay. Actually, what are arguments? Arguments are variables through which we can pass values. Here in the case of function definition, these are used to receive values. These are used to accept values. And from where we are passing values? From calling, function calling. Okay. So here in the case of function definition, we can have parameters. Actually, it is optional. It's not compulsory to have parameters in the function definition part. It can be empty or we can have parameters. Parameter or parameters. Okay. Yeah. And it's ending with colon. And this statement, this line is called function header. Okay. In a function header, we'll have the keyword def followed by function name. Then in parenthesis, parameter list or argument list ending with colon. Okay. Hope it's clear. Then docstring. What is docstring? Docstring means document string, and it's enclosed in, you can see, triple quotes. Okay. When we using triple quotes, used to what? Divide lines into multiple, statements into multiple lines. Okay. Actually, what is the use of docstring? It tells something about what the program is. Okay. It is also optional because for a standard programmer, he or she will give a suitable function name. How we are selecting function name? For example, suppose we are using a function to add two numbers or add numbers. Okay, what should be the function name? The best name. It can be add or addition or sum. That we are selecting words or identifiers used to identify things. So it must be something very connected to the process, the operation. Okay. So from the function name itself, we could understand what the function stands for. Okay. And what is the use of document string? It is, as we said, it is optional, and it tells something about what the function is for or what the function does. Okay. Then okay, actually we are adding what doxing and statement after a tab space. We must indent function or any block very properly. Okay, because it's also a part of the syntax. Then we can have statement or statements. In the body of a function, we can have single statement or number of statements. Okay, yeah. So this is the syntax of defining a function, and we have one more component, return. Okay, there is a keyword return which is used to return values. That is also optional. Okay, we can have return value, we can have a return value, or we can't. Okay, and we are coming to it. And the type of function which does not return any value is called void function. We are coming to it. Okay, so this is the syntax of defining a function. Okay, it's very simple. Yeah. Then so far we have discussed about the theory part. Now we are coming to the practical session. Okay, we can have an example, a very simple example.